kids, it's Mrs. Desjardins, and my hat says Mrs. D. Now I'm here to read you one of my favorite Christmas stories. This one is called The Night Before Christmas. Now, remember that's our title, The Night Before Christmas. This is the front cover, this is the back cover. Now on the front cover we find our author's name, and it says by Clement C. Moore. He was the author of the story. It says illustrated by Tien. Now they drew the pictures. Now sometimes on the back cover you'll find a description of the story. Now let me read that to you. It says, no young child's Christmas can ever be complete without Clement C. Moore's delightful ballad of the jolly Santa and his sleigh pulled by 8 tiny reindeer. As beloved now as when it was first published in 1823. You know how long ago that was, guys? Well, it's 2020. 1923 was about, 87 years ago. So this story is 187 years old. But it goes on to say it's a masterpiece of exuberant holiday cheer and the perfect way to bring a happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Now, here is The Night Before Christmas. I'll show you all the pictures too. Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Now I want you to listen because this has a lot of rhymes in the story. House and mouse rhyme. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. St. Nicholas is another name for Santa Claus. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the window and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. But what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As the dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the courses they flew, with sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. Those are the feet of the reindeer. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He's coming down the chimney. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Dread is to be afraid of. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away all they flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." So that is The Night Before Christmas. I hope you really enjoyed that story, guys. It is really one of my favorites. I will see you guys later for another story. Bye.